Good evening, everybody. Wow, y'all didn't waste any time getting here tonight. What's up, Two Hit, Eva, RV Winkle, Satellite Sun, Fury Fighter, Sacrificial Toast? Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. I've been better. It's been a rough day for me, actually. I think part of that is the fact that it's been kind of a rough week since I've been sick for like the entirety. Yes, thank you. Since I've been sick for the entirety of it, but as I'm sure you remember, last night I left y'all feeling pretty good and high spirits, right? Well, this morning I opened a new carton of orange juice and had a small glass of it, even though I noted that the taste was kind of off about it. And then I spent the rest of the morning in agonizing abdominal pain on the verge of throwing up. So it wasn't okay, turns out. So yeah. So I spent a good chunk of today food poisoned, I guess. While also dealing with some car maintenance stuff that was going on. Yeah, pickled my insides, exactly. Yeah, it was not fun. It was not great. There was a bunch of other stuff I wanted to post a review today. I actually have a review ready, and I was laid so low. I was laid so low this morning that I didn't even get around to posting it. So it'll be next week. I might double up next week, potentially. Because I got something else in the works, too. Get your orange juice from the dumpster. Have video games taught me nothing? Am I not supposed to learn from these interactive experiences? Do you know how much good shit I find in dumpsters in video games? And now you're telling me not to eat it? Y'all, seriously. Hey, I was throwing up today, too. Oh, Cragger, I'm so sorry to hear that, bud. Hope you're feeling better, too. I'm feeling better. I'm just exhausted. It's been a long week, which is funny because I didn't work this week at all. I did not work a single day. Because the 2 days I was supposed to work, I was sick. But I've been sick all week, so it's been kind of an exhausting week because of that. Dumpster is like 5 HP recovery, yeah, and I can tell you firsthand it wasn't actually worth it. Anyway, let me scroll back because I didn't respond to the first couple messages y'all sent. Two Hit is right. It's actually raining in Los Angeles right now. It's raining for the first time in like weeks, if not months. And apparently it's from a tropical storm in the area, so that's neat, I guess. It's still hot as hell here, well, for us. So it makes it humid and gross. Remember something on the off chance that Statica does when you need a numpad to play it? Okay, interesting. I think if we play something like Die by the Sword, too, that's also going to require a numpad. But my keyboard is all set up with that. Behold a stream. Time to finish that high school summoning, demon summoning visual novel. We've got a bunch of stuff to play tonight, but I won't rule out the possibility of going back to that too. Oh, a migraine, dude! I really feel for you. I get regular headaches and they kill me. So months, yeah. What's up, Lojo High? Lucky humidity doesn't bother you. Yeah, you are very lucky. I grew up in it and learned to hate it, and then I moved to Japan where the weather was exactly the same and hated it even more. So. What's up, Manning? Yeah, I saw you're playing Brock the Investigator. Pretty cool. Nice. I'm assuming it's like adventure game, point and click adventure, side-scrolling adventure, something adventurous. Didn't sleep until like 8 a.m. Got up at 12:30. Fucking zombie. That was college for me. That was like how I spent, well, at first every weekend in college, and then later every day in college. And for some reason, they still gave me a degree. Maybe it was the tens of thousands of dollars I paid. Sort of like somebody stapled to beat them up to a point and click, but in all the right ways. That sounds cool. I like that. I like unconventional mashups of genres. Since I moved, I can't sleep deep, and I have this weird thing. I fall asleep deeply for an hour. Ooh, yeah. My problem is I've been having trouble getting to sleep. I've been having trouble staying asleep, just because of the heat. Because I'm so acclimated to sleeping when it's cold. And my wife is the opposite. So of course she sets the thermostat. Found some really cool shit about that Mother demo on Haunted PS1. I saw that, Eva. You posted it in Discord. That did sound pretty interesting. Tough puzzles, nothing you couldn't handle. Nice, nice. I've actually been playing I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream off of stream, since of course I'm never gonna stream that. And I have discovered I really don't like the puzzles in that game. They are some seriously stupid moon logic. And worst of all is it's hard to figure out what you're supposed to do at any given time, but on top of that, there's multiple solutions to puzzles, and only one of them gets you like a good ending at the end of the game, so I'm like, Did some thrift shopping with a friend of mine and got some cute dresses. Oh, that's nice, Toast. That sounds lovely. Supposed to do stuff at 11. My girlfriend nudged out to do it on her own, and I feel bad. It can't be helped sometimes, Fury. Sometimes you're just not feeling up to it, and the people around you understand that. Of that, I am certain. So, yeah, I was gonna play some other stuff today and just didn't get around to it. But I've been playing a bunch of Betrayer. I think I'm probably good on that game. That game gets really repetitive. And it took me a couple areas to realize it, doing the same thing over and over and over again. I was playing this Lovecraftian RPG called Stygian. And it's okay, but I don't think I'm going to stick with it. I think it made me realize I want to be playing a CRPG right now. So I installed Tyranny, and I was going to start that, except my stomach imploded this morning, so that didn't happen. I did also install Mother Gunship, which is, I believe, the second game from the guys that made Tower of Guns. I did not like Tower of Guns. I really like Mother Gunship, though. So I played a couple missions of that in the afternoon after I was feeling better, so. Oh, right, Manic, you missed it. I had some bad orange juice, and I didn't realize it was bad at the time. And I spent the morning, like, food poisoning myself. You set your watch to how to play Betrayer? Yeah, and I don't have the patience for it anymore, so. Oh, you love Mother Gunship? Yeah, Steam said I played it for about 4 hours back when it came out, and I remember liking it, and for some reason I just fell off of it. But yeah, it fixes a lot of the things I didn't like about Tower of Guns. And it's just really flashy and over the top and fun. Like, if you've never played Mother Gunship, I think I streamed it like approximately 1 million years ago. You're dual wielding, and you construct each of your guns from parts that you that you buy as you go. So you get like connector pieces, and then you attach weapon barrels to the connector pieces, and then you can attach like additional add-ons that raise your crit rate or make you fire faster or stuff to that. And there's kind of no limit on how insane you can get with it if you find enough pieces. It costs a set amount of energy to fire each barrel. So if you attach like 20 barrels to the same gun, you can do that, but you can only fire it once before you have to wait for like your whole energy reserve to recharge. But it's really fun. It's really cool. And it's really cool finding new weapon types and discovering like what suits your playstyle. And yes, everything you make is modeled, which is really cool. When you construct something, it shows up like in the game in first person. So if you build like this giant stupid wall of guns, when you load it in the game, yeah, you can't see anymore because your gun is literally too big. It's really fun. It's a really, really great game. I mean, hell, if we run out of Playdate stuff to do tonight, I might show y'all. It's a real good time. But I'm skeptical of that being the case because we have a lot of Playdate stuff to look at tonight. In fact, why don't we go ahead and get to that right after I do my customary reminders for things. We're voting right now. That's probably the biggest thing right now. We are voting right now on what we're going to start on Monday. We have 6 lovely options. Clive Barker's Undying, Estatica, Castlevania, Curse of Darkness, Afterlife, King's Field, the original Japanese one that was never released here, and Alone in the Dark. Some of these votes are very close, tantalizingly close. So if you have not voted yet, or if you've not voted for everything that you want yet, you could still make quite a difference. Voting will close at the end of tomorrow night's stream. There was a Kingsfield that didn't release here. There were 4 Kingsfield. 3 of them were released here. And they did it in the most confusing way possible. They released Kingsfield 2, 3, and Ancient City in the United States, but they called them Kingsfield 1, 2, and Ancient City. So the real Kingsfield 1 just existed in Japan. And so when I say, I'm going to play Kingsfield 1, most people get the wrong idea about what we're going to do. Yeah. Oh, there were Kingsfields on PSP, too. Real question is if I want to be surprised. I like surprises, going to stick with my votes. Surprises are good. Surprises are fun. Usually. Yup. But, I mean, if we play OG Kingsfield and it's a good time, probably means we'll go through the rest of them and see how they all compare to each other. Not the first time they did something stupid like that? Yeah. It's basically another instance of the Final Fantasy naming scheme. I feel like I'm the only person who liked the PSP Vita, minus the Vita's stupid fucking memory. I knew a lot of people that had PSPs and or Vitas. I remember when I was working at Konami, I had the honor of testing games on the PSP Go, which was a charming little system that was absolutely doomed to failure from the start. The test kits for the PSPs were really interesting. Those of you that have never seen a test kit for a handheld, it's what it actually is. They have a version of the handheld that's gutted. There's nothing in it. And it's connected by a big chunky wire to basically a small PC case that has the actual hardware and also additional computery bits so that the developers can work in the dev kit on the device without having to shuttle stuff back and forth from their PCs. So yeah, we had PSP dev kits for testing, and yeah, it was a little thin PC tower, and then the PSPs just had this big hose coming out of them with a gigantic socket plug that you would plug into the tower when you needed to test something, and then all the builds ran off of CDRs. Yeah, I've seen the DS ones. The DS ones are the same. I wonder. I've never seen Game Boy or GBA test kits, dev kits. I would assume the GBA ones are the same. I am genuinely curious if Game Boy ones are like that, or if they had some hacky way to connect a Game Boy to. Well, probably not. Because if they did have some hacky way to connect a Game Boy directly to a PC and test builds off of that, somebody would have reversed engineered that by now. See the original rack mount PS3 and Wii dev kits? Yeah, that far back, no idea. I'm sure somebody's chronicled that. Miller's Demon Gaze wasn't locked to the Vita, to your knowledge? Your best friends has some OG Xbox dev kits? Nice, that's cool. That is really cool. I wouldn't mind having some old dev kits. That'd be pretty neat. Piss go. What's up, Arcane? Alright, so anyway, yeah, we're voting. Vote. Get your vote on before the end of tomorrow night's stream. Also, somebody mentioned, it went scooting by, Sage 2022 ends today. Our community night for September is picking fan games from the Sage 22 Online Fan Game Expo. If you haven't checked that out yet, carve out some time sometime to go take a look at those and pick something throw it into our special channel on Discord, and then 1 week from tonight, the 16th, I will take all of your suggestions, throw them on a wheel, and spin it as many times as I can and try a bunch of fan games. It'll be cool. Is this a Smash Brothers fan game that looks great? That sounds really cool. And yes, as Kragger and Fury Fighter are reminding us by example, we are throwing in coins for the October Community Night. Yes, we are going to have an October Community Night. It's going to be the one night of the month. Well, I think the important thing about next month's Community Night, because it's Spooktober, and we always do something spoopy for Spooktober. I am soon going to let y'all nominate and vote on weird old spooky games that you want to see us play next month. We're gonna get that all squared away this month so I can get stuff ready for next month. However, if you would like me to play a spoopy game that is not weird and or old, Community Night is gonna be how you're gonna get that done. And I'm sure y'all have something more contemporary or more mainstream that you would like to see done. So that's how it'll get did. As the king from the CDI Zelda game. Have a Mullins thon? I've played most of the Mullins games. I think the only one I haven't played at this point is Pony Island. I played the Hex to completion. It was fantastic. I really like that game. So Pony Island's the only one I'm missing. Did have an idea for October scary levels in games that aren't in normally scary games. That would be... It's an interesting idea, but it would be kind of tricky to set up. Because I would have to get saves or play up to those points in those games. The Hex had a great ending. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Pony Island is not too long, is it? We should do that sometime. That'd be nice. Hey, it'd be perfect for next month's community night. So, is that it? Is that everything? Is that all the reminders? I think it is. Is Cockatee old and weird enough? Based on that name alone, sure. It's Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth, right? Yeah. I think that I would count that. I would count that as old and weird. Old and obscure, definitely. You need a trainer to play it, though. What? Call of Cthulhu? Is it that hard? Anyway, chat. Oh yeah, because it's got a fair bit of jank to it, don't it? Owing to its age, and I think it was a pretty buggy game when it came out to begin with. So on modern systems, can't imagine. So anyway, chat, I have our little friend here, our beloved little Playdate. I love this thing so much. My younger daughter loves this thing too now. She has been playing Pick Pack Pup and Lost Your Marbles. Actually, she really likes this thing, and I do too. But we have so many more games to look at tonight. So just as a quick reminder, we have looked at Casual Birder, which is a very casual sort of RPG adventure kind of thing. Whitewater Wipeout, which is a really impressively animated surfing arcade game. I forget what this game's called, but it's a time-based puzzler where you wind and rewind this guy through time to get past platforming puzzles. Boogie Loops is a sound visualizer with some really cute animations in it, as you can see. Lost Your Marbles was a really unique adventure game, or I guess visual novel, actually, where your character makes decisions by rolling a marble around in their head and seeing what it runs into. Pick Pack Pup is a match 3 game that is incredibly charming and fun to play and has some neat level themes. Flipper Lifter is a cute art. Cute is definitely a theme on this thing, because I mean the system's really cute. It makes sense. Flipper Lifter is a cute arcade game about shuttling penguins around on a cranked elevator. Echoic Memory was a pretty weird one where you're working on this assembly line for basically a cross between Alexa and old like 80s stereos, where you had to use the crank to tune parts of their internals. Demon Quest 85 has definitely been the highlight of the system for all of us so far. This is the visual novel high school drama demon summoning game that we had a fucking blast with last time. And then I forget what this game's called, but it's a really neat circle-based puzzler that you use the crank and one of the face buttons to get through. So, however, that leaves us a bunch of new games. It's been several weeks since we last took a look at the Playdate. I have 8 games for us to look at tonight, which I'm assuming is going to take the entire evening. If it doesn't, we are never short on backup plans, ever, so. I remember Penguin game on the NES where the Penguin's girlfriend is a total asshole and she hates him. I kind of remember that too. I think we ended up playing that one night. Excuse me. Echoic Memory reminded you I need to play Booth. What is Booth? Makes me want to see if we can get the updated version of Castlevania on N64 to work. What, updated? Is that like a fan-patched Castlevania 64 or something? Or are you talking about the second? Because Castlevania on the N64 is weird. Because there were 2 releases, right? But they're basically the same game. Just the second one has a lot of additional content or something. I forget how exactly this works. I'm sure at some point we're going to play them, but... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, there's Castlevania, and then there's... I forget the name of the second one. Second one contains the first game mostly. There's some exclusions and remixed parts. I think the thing I watched about it on YouTube said it was mostly improvements anyway. Booth is a game where you play a conveyor belt worker in a dystopian future setting. Nice. Love games like that for some reason. Wish I would port those to Steam, would be cool. Can't count on Konami for anything, though. Well, we're lucky. I think we're absolutely blessed to have gotten the GBA Castlevanias on Steam. I honestly never expected that to happen. So, anyway, chat, here is what we've got on deck for tonight. First up is Hyper Meteor. Then we've got Zipper by Bennett Foddy, lending his name to our stream title tonight. Executive Golf DX by Dave Makes. We did so much golf yesterday. We were harangued by so much golf. I'm curious how straight of a golf game this is going to be, or if there's going to be some kind of executive twist to it. Questy Chess, which bills itself as a role-playing chess simulator. I'm very curious about this. Star Sled, which has a nice sparkly title card here. Saturday Edition, which is also sparkly, but in a very different way. And then we have 2 mystery games that I haven't unpacked yet, because I wanted y'all to enjoy the experience of unpacking with me. So, ready or not, here we go. Inventory Hero. Oh, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. And... Spell Court. That sounds like a potion brewing game, potion management game, potion slinging game. I don't know. We need more than one night to get through all these. I have not had a Playdate night fill the entire evening yet. This is probably the most likely. The thing is, I don't know how substantial any of these games are. Honestly, they could all be like short and sweet arcade games that we're done with in like 10 minutes for all I know. So that's why I always budget a lot of time for these without a real expectation that we're gonna fill it. So Inventory Hero sounds inspired by Backpack Hero. Now, so yeah, one of our friends is streaming that right now, and as soon as I saw Inventory Hero, I was like, that sounds familiar. Anyway, let's say we get to it, chat. Let's start us off with some Hyper Meteor. If you have seizures or other unusual reactions, flashing lights or patterns, please consult your physician before playing. The physician's gonna tell you don't fucking do this. All right, if this has a bunch of flashing lights in it, we're only gonna play it for like a minute, because I don't want to fuck anybody up here. Some sound adjustment here. How to play? You're lost in space. Survive by ramming your ship into meteors and hostile forces. Crank to steer. Okay. B or up to thrust. A or meh. Smart bomb. Your ship wraps. Oh, it's asteroids. It's asteroidy. I think this is basically asteroids with a crank. Did you finish Dungeon Keeper? I missed the end of the last stream. I'm done with it. Ferrari, we got to the penultimate mission, and I was just like, we were all. I think me and most of the viewers were kind of running out of steam on it, so we're gonna start something new on Monday. So we did watch the what 30 second ending video of it on YouTube. So yeah, mission 18 was really pissing me off. I was starting to get really frustrated with the game, and I think that pretty much did it in for me. Oh, we're playing. Hello. Whoops. Oh, okay. I think what it is. I haven't.
Over.
Wow, there's a voice in there. Oh, is that what it is? You have to hit the white sides? Because I just completely... Ah, yes. I totally glossed over that part when I was looking at how to play the video game. Hit enemy weak points white, avoid enemy armor black, avoid enemy bullets. Yep. Oh, there's tips too. Limited bombs, use them wisely. Bonus life and bomb at 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. Keep your hit combo going to maximize score. It works sometimes and not others because you can only ram into white stuff. The game is racist, you see. Whoa, hello.
Level 2.
I made it to level 2. The nice lady said so. Yeah! Alright, cool. Ah, shit. Yeah, it literally tells you what to do. That's me, chat. That's your streamer at work. I am super bad at this. Playing it on a crank is interesting. Like I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Dying is what I'm doing.
Game over.
I got a new high score, 189. Not bad. Whoa! That was close. That was in fact a close one.
Level 2.
Whoa. Oh man, I got really lucky there. I wasn't super paying attention to what I was doing. Oh! Oh man, I just chained together 25 hits. Maybe I'm not that bad at this after all. I'll wait for an opening. Woo! Ah! Yeah! Ah, I hooked it too close. Ah! I was hoping it was going to turn the other way. Oh, what does a bomb do? Try that. The bomb's pretty sweet.
Level 3.
Aw, man. Oh, triangles. Oh, hello. Boom. Ah, shit.
Over.
Don't know why this reminds me of an old GBA DS game where it's a strategy RPG. You had to do combat to run your characters in lines through the enemy. Easteroids. Yeah, very unusual take on asteroids, PM Collector Boy. Alright, one more time. And I just hit the bomb. Is there a color shift mechanic or not? When you die, it tends to make me think there is. I don't believe so. There's only two controls, thrust and bomb. So I don't think it's Ikaruga style. I think you're just permanently avoiding the black stuff. Again, very racist game, but what can you do?
Level 2.
Ah! Man, they must expect people to get really good at this if the bonus stuff starts at like 1,000. Wow, I just basically lost all those opportunities. Boom. Woo!
Level 3.
Combo system does seem pretty generous. I can't believe I didn't do that. Oh boy. Ah, I didn't have a bomb. I tried, chat. I tried. There was an attempt. Woo! Surprised I avoided the pointy bit there. I wish this guys would stop braking that way. Well, I guess it depends on the direction I come from.
Level 4.
Yee! Notice I, who am behind you. Aha! Oh, that was generous.
Level 5.
Wow. Get to level 5 in a hurry. Aha! Ha! 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 Okay. Oh, the music changed. Sweet. Oh, shots! 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 Oh lord. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah! Woo, okay. Eat! I like the music quite a bit. Oh shit. Whoa, I got lucky there. Oh, I actually didn't make it to 1,000. Ah, look at that.
Level 6.
Talk shit and do good, apparently. Uh-oh. Bomb. I got scared. Oh, shit! Ah, damn it.
Game over.
Speaking of shmups, at some point I want to pick up the most recent two Tohos. The new gameplay gimmick seems kind of neat to you. New gimmick, huh? You find more fun with the color shifting. It is a very simple game, as it is. You know, it's basically just a minor twist on asteroids where you're ramming instead of shooting, and you have to pay attention to the colors. But I mean, hey, it's a nice solid little arcade game, which seems very appropriate for this system. I think I'll be satisfied with my high score of 1,895. All right, so that's Hyper Meteor. All right, Zipper. This is the one I've been really curious about for tonight. Anyone look at that vid on Soul Divide I dropped? I've not taken a look at that yet. Content warning: this game features mild amount of pixelated violence and bloodshed. Good. I want Doom on this thing. Bennett Foddy is presenting some shit. Prepare yourselves. This is interesting. Press A to zip. Whoa! Okay, that was cool. Ooh, okay. Henchman, looks like I'll have to fight my way to the castle. Ah! You should not have returned. How does the thing work anyways? It's a free subscription service. You buy the system, and then they send you one season of game. 12 weeks, 2 games a week. There we go. Okay. Impossible. No human being can move this fast. I have also seen that folks have been making their own Playdate games and releasing them on itch.io. And some of them are free. You can sideload them. Some of them are actually paid. I think there is or was a bundle of third-party Playdate games that you could buy, which I really should have looked into, actually. I might do that after the stream, then. No dishonor losing to me. What? Is it? Hang on. Wait. Yeah, I guess they get to move as many spaces as you do. So here, let's try. I moved 2. It looked like he moved 3. They move as many spaces as you plus 1. I think that's what's going on. So not only do I need to end up adjacent to them, I have to be facing them. Oh. Oh. You go, that's what they were trying to teach me on the first one because we weren't lined up. I was just supposed to go zipping past him. Ah, Sonanda. Yeah, I get it now. Yeah, the blinding effect was really cool. All right, zip past that one dude and splattered him all over the second one. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Okay, this is cool. Oh, okay. The power difference between us. Oh, wow. I don't love having to redo all of these areas every time I fail. I'm not cranking it right now. No, the crank is currently unused. I'm not sure what the I'm not sure if you even use the crank in this one. I would be much happier if you wait. Can I just Oh, you can just do that. Okay. I would be much happier if it just made you restart the room and not everything. That's really cool. It seems they were expecting me. Can I leave? Can I just go? Yeah, apparently you can. Okay. So you really all you need to do is hit the exit, it seems. Shit, you have to go past them. Man. Maybe, is there some restart mechanic I don't know or something? Your game is gonna trick you and force you to restart multiple times. Cross? I can't go across here. Oh. Goodbye. This is what you get from a game by Bennett Foddy. Assassins, if they get a clear shot at me, I'm done for. Great. Oh. There. Okay. So those guys, you go past them to stun them, and then you hit them head on to kill them. And maybe instructions we don't know because Otters loves diving headfirst into danger. There was no menu for this. This one didn't even have a menu. And none of the other buttons do it. Well, the only other button is B and the crank, so. Oh, there's a thing you can't see, by the way. I should show you this. There's a little life ticker up in the corner. That's awkward. Yee! Can't go up the stairs, unfortunately. Ninja. There we go. Does I manage to decide within the 2-hour refund window that getting over it wasn't for me? Pole swords. I guess I can't take them head on. Shooting past this guy. Ew. Ah! I should have just left. Ah, shit. I clicked through it. How many don't beat the game before that life counter hits 0? I don't know. That's a very good question. It seems like that's... It's basically a turn. There's a 228 now. Now it's a 227. Still 227. So every turn that you take... every turn that you take where you don't kill somebody costs life. What's up, Newhouser? This is Zipper, a game by Bennett Foddy on the Playdate. The lifeblood of your enemy sustains you. I don't want to be. I'm also not sure what the point is. Like, is there... Oh, this is something. Nah, shit. Yeah, crank doesn't do anything. It makes a noise, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to... It makes you translucent for some reason. I'm not sure what that means. This looks bad. The only problem with it, the only issue I have, is that they make you restart the entire game every time you die. It makes me think this is probably a really short game. Try using the crank when there are enemies on screen. You're doing the press A to zip stuff. The crank tells you, okay. So the crank shows you where enemies are gonna move as you move. So it's helping you to preview the movements. Now the castle key is being kept northeast of here. Girlfriend's furious at me because she found a bunch of hidden letters that reveal I was cheating on her. Now she refused to play Scrabble at all. What's up, Andy? Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it's on the crank, so you can make it incremental. So what I could do is I could go like this, and then yeah. It tells you like what turn you're gonna die on, so you can figure out exactly like this. That's too far. That is not. Now I can blow those guys up. So actually, it's really nice being on the crank. Pulsars, this calls for close range. That guy blocks. Okay. Yeah, having a preview of what's about to happen is really nice. Yeah, it's tricky. Can I just leave? Bye. I like the game design. It's clever mechanic. Game setting is fantastic too. Probably the best comparison. It reminds me of those turn-based mobile puzzle games Square did for Deus Ex, Tomb Raider, and Hitman. I love the Hitman one. Hitman Go. Oh, this is gross. Mango is my favorite Pokemon. Kara's used throwing knives. I have to be careful. You can't zip a real long way at once. Oh shit. I've got my hand. Okay, that worked out. All those years spent training. Am I weak? Yes. Yes, you are. Leave. Oh no. Oh, okay. The game was telling me that. The game was telling me that was going to happen. Okay, I think I'm good on this one. It's really neat. I really like this a lot. Having to restart the whole thing every time you die is very Bennett Foddy of it. It's extremely powerfully a serious Bennett Foddy power move there. Oh, there's an option to I think it's only one. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's probably not so big that you're gonna need like an hour to do a single run or whatever. But Bennett Foddy games require a very specific kind of patience for them. You know, technically you can beat getting over it in what, like 2 minutes or something. It's gonna take people hours upon hours upon hours to get to that point, though. And it's a question of whether or not you actually want to make that kind of time investment to do that. It says riding a snake all the way back to the bottom, yeah. Wager not budgeting your moves, you'll be in room for a rude awakening later, I'm sure. I imagine it'll only get tighter as you go. All right, Executive Golf DX. Swing. New game, please. Full course. Tower Corp. Do they make towers? Do they assist towers? Golf to the top. I'm sorry, what? Seems like the kind of place I don't want to be. Oh god. Oh, there are more golf RPGs. Thank you, Steven Universe. Ah! I can't quite tell how the stroke meter is supposed to work. Alright, well, I'm up here now. That's what matters. Only Bennett Foddy I sort of didn't hate was too many ninjas. Oh, that worked. Okay. That was deep. I need a layup. Nice to go weird experimental with the controls, but it's fun. You definitely need somebody out there doing stuff like that. Alright, we gotta lay the... Oh, God. Lay this one up a bit. There we go. So I got some powers like Ghost and Lead. I'm not really sure just from that what they do. Look at these. Ghost Shot maybe goes through obstacles? I guess we can find out. Yeah. And is also extra floaty, too. Let's see what Lead does. Stops you from rolling. Okay. So that's if you don't want... If you need your ball to just stay wherever you hit it. Mapping this seems kind of easy to get stuck on with the obstacles. I don't think it's that bad. It's okay. Alright, I'm gonna whack it off of here. Oh, shit. Oh, no! Ah! I love the music in this. Really should have called the strokes cranks. I was absolutely expecting a golf game to use the crank for swinging, but no, it's all A button. It's all A button and D-pad driven. You can control the angle with the crank. I guess if you really want some like super fine control on it, but I'm just so used to using a D-pad, it's like, whatever. There we go. I love the sad little applause. Ooh, look at that shot. That was hot. That was a sexy shot. Let's do a bit of a layup here. Oh my God, that was perfect. That was even more beautiful than I could have imagined. All right, I want whatever that hell that is. I'm gonna whack this. Nuts. Okay. I am super curious what par is on these holes. There we go. 18 strokes. Took me 4 minutes to do that. Welcome to accounting. That little applause stopped when you called your shot sexy, which is understandable. Search Twitch for Cranked that Soldier Boy and end up here. Am I in the right place? Yes. Yes, you are. We just got done cranking it to Bennett Foddy, and now we're cranking it to Executive Golf. How's it going, Not a Roguelike? I'm golfing through an office complex. This would be a great place. Super bounce? I don't think so. This would be a great place for Ghost, if I still had it. That's not gonna work. Okay. Your ball has been promoted. Why so cranky tonight? I'm gonna try a lead shot just to get it up here. Oh, I hit it too hard. Oh, well, okay. Lead is really nice. Lead is exactly what I was hoping it would be. That's ugly. Yes, Bennett Foddy is the pot and hammer game. He made a really neat samurai game, like a samurai strategy puzzle game, which is really, really cool, but in proper Bennett Foddy fashion, every time you die, you have to start the entire game over, so. Alright, well, I got Ghost. That's neat. Let's see if I can kind of lob this over this stuff with a not too hard hit. That was awful. Okay, but I'm up here. That helps. Oh, God. No! Alright, I'm gonna smash it off of here. Here we go, chat. Boom! That literally didn't work at all. I'm never leaving this place, chat. That was too hard. God. Alright, new plan. I'm using Ghost. I'm gonna try and shoot it up into that hole. Okay, I think that's it. Yes! Oh, cheating. I love it. Cheat the crap out of this. Heard of sand traps? Have you heard the new pain? A bench. Alright, I don't know what that is, but I want it. And I'm getting it. That's all there is to it. This channel exclusively golf game streams. Now you'd be forgiven for thinking so. Sticky. I can make my ball sticky. Part of me is really proud of that shot. Part of me is like, well, what the fuck do I do now? Could I no, I don't think that would work. I could maybe smash it off of here. I could maybe just like fucking drive it off the corner of the top box. I'm gonna try it. Look at that shit, chat. Look at that shit! And now we just tap her in. That wasn't an appropriate tap. Anyone see those weird exec mouse pads that look like a little golf course with plastic balls you shoot across the mouse pad? I haven't seen mouse pads like that, but back in the 80s there was back in the 80s and 90s, they had like the little plastic like golf hole with the little fake clubs and balls that you could play. And I loved small weird things, so I was a big fan of that. Oh, just a little more power and I would have been on top of that whiteboard. Shit. Let's see if we can bounce it off of here gently. Okay. Starting to get a feel for it. This game has a lovely soundtrack. I am thoroughly enjoying the soundtrack. Helium moon? I wonder if moon is like moon gravity. Find out. Well, I get to redo this shot. And land it in the exact same spot. Great. Nice, good. Progress. Progress being made. There we go. Gentle touch. Gentle touch is what we needed. This one's pretty tall. No! Oh no! Helium. I want to see what helium does. I think I have an idea of what it does, but... Alright, I'll accept that. Oh no, I want a nice gentle layup, and that's even worse. I have 2 super bounces. Can I just get a nice little bounce up here? Yeah, stay! No! Oh my god! Alright, this is in a decent spot. Alright, I'm gonna... Okay, I was not expecting that at all. Oh, come on. Stupid copier. Ah. Okay, I'll accept that. Woo! That's perfect. Gentle hits. A little harder than that, though. Oh, boy. All right. Forget what I said. Oh no! God damn it. Oh my god, that actually worked. All right, no more nice gentle hits. No more Mr. Nice Oddish. We're smashing this thing. Except in this case. Oh my god, that was perfect. It was a perfect shot. Perfect. Wait, we're already the executive? Is this it? Surely not. I'm gonna use a super bounce so I can collect this ghost. And because I want to see what it does. Okay. Well, that was almost a really good shot. Huh? Doink. like really pop it off of here. Yes! Look at that. Is that a fucking end table of gold bars there? Never forget to eat the rich, chat. Never not be eating the rich. I think Cinema Peak with the Fifth Element, Bruce Willis shot a bunch of people with a gun, but in a funny way. Aw, I fucked that up. So do in the executive suite admire their gold? Like jealous dragons? Pretty interesting how much of a hazard they've turned the furniture into in this. I'm gonna do something dumb and use a super bounce here. This will probably be a disaster. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. That was bad. Is that the point of a rewind? No, a rewind lets you rewind that shot, not the idiot one you just did. Stay. Fuck. Okay, we're back. And we're back. Woo! 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 Oh man, I don't know. This might be okay. Not really. Oh, just a little harder, and it would have made it. Should I call the rewind shot a mulligan? That would have made a lot more sense. I'm literally in a worse spot than I was before. Oh my god. Oh my god, this one. Get up there! Get up there! Yes! Yes! Kind of. Sort of. Yes? I'll take it. Wait. I can ghost this. There we go! Oh my god, that clip. Congrats! Chief Executive Golfer. Huh? Hostile corporate takeover. Oh, dude. That's why they asked if I was going up or going down. The first course is climbing your own tower to become the chief golfing executive. The second course is descending to take over somebody else's corporation. This is cool. I like this. This is really, really neat. I think that's probably enough, though. I think this gives us a satisfactory look at executive golf DX. But yeah, that was super fun. All right, next up is Questy Chess, role-playing chess simulator. That's cool. I follow channels list, your second of your account to Maximilian. I'm moving up in the world, Dominic. How's it going tonight, buddy? Questy Chess role-playing chess simulator module AF V1.13A. New game. Deep in an ever-advancing computer, forgotten and unchanged, remains chess program V1. Updates available. Install now? Okay. Installing chess version 2. Chess version 1 is being updated until a final pawn is left. Error, cannot overwrite pawn. Aborting. That pawn is you. All around you is chaos. Everything is stuck in upgrade limbo. Embark on your quest to remove all traces of chess version 2 and restore peace. Okay, this is interesting. Only 9,377 viewers separated two. We'll get there someday. I have the utmost confidence. Someday. Forest, lagoon, silicon, or magma. Let's do forest. Forest sounds friendly. Oh, I love the aesthetic of this game. This is great. Start. Terraform, D-pad to select, turn the crank to change column A to set B to revert. Oh, okay. Hang on. I didn't actually. Okay. I guess we got to restart this one. What's this? Okay. Do you wish to force crash the program? Okay. Software failure. Hang on. I know how to I know how to play chess, chat. Twas the terraforming what threw me off. There we go. Hell, replenish your bytes with this bit. Activate from inventory. Oh, these are items you can pick up. We'd be screwed at backgammon quest though, yeah. We simply don't speak of that one. Block 1-1. Oh, okay. 68% complete. There are 3 pieces I didn't pick up. Oh no, 3 pieces maybe 3 pieces I didn't beat, and 2 chests I didn't pick up. Okay, okay, okay. Wow, that 68 is gonna follow me through the rest of my life. Ow, fuckhead. Here, run away! Interface is a little clunky. Yeah, I think it's intentional. It definitely seems intentional. I do like the weird terminal feel of it. I wonder how you take that short. I'm pretty sure that's a shortcut. Yeah, there's a level up system, isn't there? Curious about that. Yeah, I might need to come back to him. Because, I mean, yeah, there's stuff that I straight up cannot get to. Knight, you found the noble knight. Come back here again if you need another one. Okay. Ah, so now I can change the piece. Ah, I see. I figured it out, chat. I can do chess puzzles. 90% complete. There was a health that I missed? Uh-oh. It's the Dark Knight. Get that one. Oh, I know what I should have done. I should have switched back to the pawn right there. And just moved forward. Shit. There we go. Eat shit. You may also eat shit. No, I can. No, oh, what the hell? That's lame, because I could have just switched back to the knight and been fine. I already forgot how I did this the first time. Excuse me. Can I switch free? I can. I hope the conveyor belt is going to take me before this guy jumps me. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Boss hacker. Decode the boss door with this powerful hack. Oh, there's bosses in this.